Well, good morning. Is everybody happy? You glad you got out of bed this morning? Glad you came to church? Yeah, it's good. Good start. Can't imagine why you wouldn't. Because there's no excuse for laziness, but I'm working on it. Actually, used to have a sign that said that. In fact, there is no excuse for laziness. If there was an excuse for laziness, I would have found it when I was about 12 years old, trust me. Because really, the human desire is to be involved. And where we're involved, when we're engaged, when we give of ourselves and get something back, that's much more fun. That simply, the attitude of no, I can't help, no, I can't do anything for you ever, which sometimes creeps into our lives, even creeps into the church sometimes. It's repulsive. But the attitude of yes, like Mary's yes, the attitude of yes, I can help, the attitude of I desire to serve, that's the Christian calling, the Christian vocation. It's healthy, it's fulfilling, it's joyful. And I must say that I encounter that more often than the other. I don't often meet many people around here who are saying, leave me alone, I don't want to do anything. In fact, if you show up for Mass once a week, I gotta say props to you, because we live busy lives, we have a busy world. To make time for God, it takes a bit of effort. And we do that, and that's a good thing. And in fact, most of the people I meet here at St. Joseph the Worker, if anything, what I see and what I hear from them, even those who are doing a heck of a lot already, is I want to do more. We want to do more. We want to give of ourselves. We're wired that way. We're wired to be involved because it's fun. Now, I think I'm being too gracious. Am I being too gracious to the good people of St. Joseph the Worker? Well, listen to Jesus. What does Jesus say today? He says, you are salt of the earth. Well, that's a compliment, if I ever heard one. Salt of the earth means you've got flavor. He says, you are light of the world. Now, we always say that about Jesus, but he's saying that about us. You are light of the world. You've got something to shine. Now let it shine. And the whole flavor piece, it's use it or lose it. And that's the warning today. We got gifts. We got stuff to give. And we make a choice. We either use those gifts, allow ourselves to grow, and we know that by experience. What any talent, if I know how to play the guitar but never play it, I'm not going to get better, I'm going to get worse. If I know how to speak a language and I never do, I'm not going to get better, I'm going to get worse. That's reality, that's life. That's the nature of a gift. And the gift that we have through faith and baptism is the gift of service, the gift to be involved. And that's fun. That's happiness. It's also the way. It's the way of God. In the first reading from the book of the prophet Isaiah, we hear God speak, the voice of God saying, this is the fast that I choose. And the fast that I choose is service, quite simply. It's to break the bonds of injustice, to bring about a more just and loving and faithful world. And there's three aspects of that for God, as described by the prophet Isaiah. It's clothing the naked, feeding the hungry, and housing the homeless. Our God does this. But it's also presented by Isaiah as a way. Not only the way of God, but the way of salvation. And Isaiah elaborates on this by saying, it is in doing this, it is in coming out of ourselves that we actually become this bright light. It's where we find healing. There's no joy in being alone and being autonomous, stuck within ourselves. But in getting out there and engaging community, we find wholeness and we find joy. Isaiah, in the very last line of the reading today, says, if you do this, your gloom will be like the noonday. Well, noonday is not gloomy, unless you live in Vancouver sometimes. But the point is, it's an image of joy, it's an image of freedom, it's an image of life that we're inviting to through genuine giving of ourselves in service, the way that our Maker gives to us. St. Paul, as he often does today, brags about how he gives. He says, I came to you in weakness. I came to you pretending to know nothing about you. I always question St. Paul. He describes himself as a St. Francis of Assisi type figure before St. Francis of Assisi even existed. But you got to take St. Paul for his message because it's true. It's the way. It's the way of Jesus, the way of hope, the way of relationship, the way of life. As people of faith, we quite simply have this invitation. It's an invitation to use our gifts in service of the greater good. To invest ourselves in a mystery that is bigger than ourselves. It's an invitation to work. But most of all, it's an invitation to happiness.